Megagame. What is a megagame? That's a kind of a hard question to answer, actually. In particular, the one I'm going to be talking about is called Watch the Skies. Watch the Skies is a megagame created by Jim Wallman. It's a combination of Risk,
Brazil, where was your age? Here. Okay.
Model UN,
news of the epidemic, so you
it's
just go.
just broken out.
It's just broken out. It hasn't started spreading like wildfire yet, so.
and Diplomacy.
Okay, so you're trusting them? Yes. Okay, I'm trusting you. All right, thank you.
We have a whole lot of controllers, upwards of 10 people that are actually running the game, that are trying to make a game go smoothly for about 50 people. Players take on the role of scientists, UN ambassadors, generals, and leaders. There's also the media and...
There's a lot of saucers, but they've already missed
aliens?
radio signal for their radar. And so they get there and there's nothing there, or they see an illusion.
Yes, aliens. Well, this should be interesting. Here's the story of Sunset High School's Watch the Skies megagame. The game started out slow with rules explanations.
The whole point of this is you're taking on the role of one of the world leaders, or a nefarious alien, depending on how it is. What? There aren't aliens. There are no aliens. I don't know what you're talking about. So, you're taking on the role of a politician, so you get to put aside the pettiness of being a high school student and take on the pettiness of being a politician for this.
Meeting your team.
So you might want to talk to our glorious president.
Hey guys.
Who was elected unanimously.
Hi, President.
And meeting the controllers. The first term begins by allocating resources, placing units on the main map, having the UN talk about an earthquake in Chile,
All of you are on. You can all speak and say whatever you
and
want.
researching new alien technologies.
We get 3 of these materials and 2 of them.
Early on, there was a lot of bribery.
But you guys at least tried, so.
The UK gave me a cookie.
I got one too.
I think they're trying to bribe me, but science is empirical. We're above this pettiness.
We decided to not let the world know.
They're peanuts.
No, I meant like by taking these, I have to do something for you guys.
That seemed to go pretty smoothly. Global terror isn't too bad. Ah, the news team. They would be collecting stories and publishing a newspaper every turn. That is, every half hour. Let's look at the paper. Massive earthquake in Chile. World terror at 11. Wait, alien invasion? India is certainly being very brave, making the alien invasion public so early in the game. Let's see his speech about the existence of aliens.
Okay, attention. So myself, India, and the U.S. have conversed about the recent allegations in the recent paper, and we've talked, and there were in fact no unidentified flying ships in American airspace, and my previous allegations were in fact incorrect. My apologies.
Or you could backpedal like crazy. That is also an option. Meanwhile, look at all the flying saucers. Maybe we should deploy more interceptors? Just saying. Meanwhile, in science land, scientists were starting to put aside their petty squabbles in order to share technology with their friends. Aliens were not interested in humans working together, so they decided to add a little bit of misinformation.
So what's happening right now is that the aliens have just sent us a broadcast that we're going to do.
All right.
So on that piece of paper, they wrote us a broadcast, and we're just going to print it. We aren't asking France's opinions. Thanks for France. We're not asking their opinions yet because we want it to be a big drop.
All right.
We try to make a deal with France.
Your interceptor.
But due to this new newsletter, there's rumors that France is working or might be working with the aliens. So we immediately canceled that deal, and we will do further research for that.
Unfortunately, people started to not trust the media. That made the media angry.
News network, and there has recently been reports and allegations that the newspaper itself is not very reputable, and I would like to address that. They're calling that our report from the message from the visitors is actually fake and a hoax, and I'd like to show this as proof. We got this directly from the aliens, and it says, "To the humans, for broadcast. We would like to publicly thank France for their cooperation with our mission. You are helping the greater good, the visitors." That is how we received it, that's how we reported it, and we'd like to have our reputation back. We also have just received, completely staying honest with you guys, another message. It says, "We would like to thank France for the continued help and support. We would also like to thank Germany for generously lending their resources to our cause.
Down in Russia!
Aliens? Pandemonium. Terror.
Listen up! The public now knows about the alien menace. What this means is that the terror track is about to go up 2 levels. Everyone is going to drop 2 levels on their PR and get the corresponding resources next turn. Alright? Alright, figure out your turn for next time. It is. That
just went up a whole bunch right there. Reactions, Mason?
To what?
To the public announcement?
It's a bunch of everyone's spreading lies.
Okay.
Me and something one about most trusted allies, so.
Alright, we have not been working with the aliens. I don't care what they say. We have shot some down. We helped Russia. Russia helped us. It's a bunch of crap.
No. What your action, course of action is going to be.
I would be willing to go to Australia,
but if you are going to go take them out, that's where they are at.
So how do we get a handle on the situation?
UN is officially acknowledging the existence of aliens. We are taking preemptive measures to contain any alien threat. However, we are also going to extend a hand of friendship to see whether or not we can get in contact with the aliens. And then we would also like to acknowledge that the aliens have sent false messages of working together with both France and Germany, and that those are not true. We do not blame the global media source for reporting these. However, we do acknowledge that they are not true statements.
Create a mandate that allows us to edit their papers.
Ooh. Do you want me to run it by Galbraith?
Oh, to censor. Yeah, we can censor. We have to
Why don't you go grab Gene?
Wait, can the UN do that?
So we want to have a mandate that lets us censor or rewrite parts of the newspaper to control how the public sees.
They want UN mandated censorship.
Can we do this?
Okay. That can happen.
Oh, wow.
All right. If it's unanimous in the UN, yes, what they'll have to do is show you the paper before they print it.
And then redact it based on research points or RP points?
Yes.
What do you mean redact it?
Like,
black something out.
Dedicate resources in order to black things out.
So we black things out.
The UN can do that. The media had to pass every article through the UN. That made the media angry.
We have just been censored by the UN, and we plan to fight back passive-aggressively. Unless they tell us exactly how to get rid of something, we're just going to put a black box around things and say, brought to you by the UN. Also, they don't know about the Twitter. The Twitter's kind of new. The UN hasn't told us specifically that we can't say certain things on that, so we're going to continue doing that. And that goes under the passive-aggressive.
Meanwhile, what do the aliens want? There were lots of invasions going on, especially in Australia, Russia, and Brazil. As this was going on, scientists seemed to be having a grand time, winning awards.
I would like to officially present the Lady Raffia Prize for Science to Japanese Professor Takahashi Shinji.
Thank you.
Officially recognize Dr. Max Planck from Germany with the Quartermass Prize. I would like to present the Archimedes Award for Technology to the Chinese scientist Professor.
And sharing technology in what came to be known as
Because our science realm, the Science Alliance, has Science Alliance, that's a good name. Has done really well in actually researching it.
The Science Alliance. Unfortunately, Japan and China were not included. Next came a request from the aliens. In order to gain their favor, everyone should use their nuclear weapons on Japan. World leaders were a little suspicious of this, so they decided to wait a turn to find out more information. However, see this guy? He's the chief of defense for Russia. Seems like a person in charge of Russia's nuclear weapons should be told the plan, right? Well, he got the message about using nuclear weapons on Japan. He did not get the message about waiting a turn.
Russia has nuked Japan?
Who else?
So as
Global terror went through the roof.
Everybody drops 1 PR rating.
Woo!
Russia was no one's friend anymore.
World terror right now is 166.
Suddenly, everyone wanted to talk to the aliens.
Germany wants to have peace. This is from where?
That one's
What
from
if
Brazil,
we
I think.
run out of people in Australia? Since we've abducted so many.
I don't think
So this is your guys' thing to China.
Brazil. That one's to Brazil.
The UN wanted to bring in the aliens for their next meeting.
Half on Earth, and so should you guys have crises that you need to deal with, maybe the UN can help out with that, and then we could also get you guys to help with the UN's issues.
There's a lot of people. What issues does the UN have?
And just to be out there, one of the benefits of joining the UN is there is the possibility of censorship in the media. So if the media is publishing stories about you guys that you don't like, there is the possibility that you could vote against those stories.
So we are going to go back to combat board in 15 minutes. And then at the same time, 3 representatives will go to the UN to speak with the UN and make whatever decisions you want.
So who wants to?
World leaders also wanted to talk to the aliens.
What this means is that all of us, the world is kind of in a freak out. And we pretty much, some of us can't do anything because our public relation is so bad, or the world's terror rating is going up and up, which makes us be able to do less and less. So we need to somehow calm everyone's.
I know you guys are showing up to the next UN meeting, but I think if you guys also made a public announcement, it would drop the global terror.
Like a peaceful one.
A peaceful,
like something
peaceful
good.
as you possibly can. Public announcement.
Do you think you could give us like resources to boost our PR back up?
Or
yes, could you?
Because if you could do that, then we could like launch another.
Because we did kind of destroy them. I mean, we really hurt them.
Yeah,
and that's kind of what you asked us to do.
We could give you
And we also wanted to ask why you want us to start destroying these Asian countries.
well, because they're just being us. They just don't like them.
But we can't really kill people just because they're a little annoying. Like, we think they're annoying too.
Okay, if you guys are here on
But mass genocide, I mean...
There's a difference.
See, I think you've... part of it was to see how loyal you were, and I think you proved that. So, first of all, if you don't want to nuke anyone else, you don't have to.
Nice. Okay, thank you.
But if you want some resources like help your economy, we might be able to provide those.
I just need like 1 or 2 so I can get a successful role.
It's just like, but just like straight
You can
resources.
provide resources to anyone but Russia.
Yeah. I mean, everyone here.
Yeah, everyone here. Anyone but Russia, Japan, and China.
Brazil has done nothing.
And so the aliens came to talk of peace.
Because one of the things is humanity, no matter what, is going to want to expand beyond Earth. And maybe we can join in your cause of sending peace across the galaxy.
Can I say something? So, China just nuked us.
Oh my god.
Exactly.
Wait, what?
Very cautious.
They also got nuked. Like,
Wait, what?
The whole entire, like, Atlas thing. What?
Wait a minute. China just nuked the UK? That doesn't make any sense. It came out of nowhere. Wait a minute. There are controllers in the background smirking. What do they know that we don't? Well, see the guy in the foreground? United States UN ambassador. He is a traitor to the world. He wanted to take a ride off the planet with the aliens. And to prove his loyalty, he was going to bring down world peace.
So I have a small plan, and we'll see if it works out.
In order to do this, he managed to make one of the US spies loyal only to him. A few rolls with his controller, and he succeeded. Next, he needed resources to actually deploy his spy on the map. He went to his table, telling them they needed resources to take care of a UN crisis. His nation's controller casually sets down the spy in China as he goes off to his UN meeting. No one notices. When it comes around to resolving the spy's action, the defense ministers are informed that a spy has broken into China's nuclear arsenal and launched a nuclear missile at the United Kingdom. London was gone. Everyone was in shock. The only thing left was to negotiate peace with the aliens.
So far, aliens will allow aid and refugee efforts in the areas they are occupying. Peace will be maintained. Aliens will join the UN and contribute to their efforts. Aliens may join.
And an agreement was made.
Listen up, we just had a final UN Council that just met with all of the humans on the UN Council and all the aliens. So, Jonathan, would you read what the final treaty says?
Between the people of Earth and the aliens of outer space, these are the terms of the peace treaty. Reticulans, not aliens of space. Reticulans will allow aid and refugee efforts in the areas they have occupied. Peace will be maintained throughout the world. Reticulans.
As it turns out, the aliens were just trying to keep the humans from exploring outer space. They never attacked the humans. They just suggested that the humans should attack each other. There's probably a moral lesson in there somewhere, but I'll leave that to you to figure out. So there you go. Sunset's Watch the Skies Megagame. It was intense, it was memorable, but above all else, it was a lot of fun.